Seed for corn, canola, beans, and sunflowers for quality seed in the upcoming planting season. For more than 90 years, Pioneer has developed and tested products to meet local challenges. Their leading products are protected by traits and technologies to maximize the genetics and yield potential of Pioneer brand seed. Call Brock Mitchell at 701-550-9996. Check out Pioneer.com for more details.
You can always count on Lever's Foods of Rolla for friendly service, well-stocked shelves, and great value, whether you're at home listening to the game or in the stands. Remember that Lever's Foods in Rolla is always there for you, providing quality and freshness, serving you even better. Shop Lever's Foods, Main Street, Rolla. Check out leversfoods.com for free printable coupons and promotions. Lever's Foods, serving you even better.
Hear the North Star Pet Band going here as both teams warming up here in Can-Do tonight. Again, tonight's matchup between the North Star Bearcats and the Rolla Bulldogs. Other games going on tonight. Again, number 10, Langdon Edmore Munich travels to Folens to take on Folens Minnewacan, the number 1 ranked team in the state. Jake's going to have that game over on 95.7 The Rock Farm and online at myborderland.com. Here, and he should be starting his pregame show. If he's not on already, he should be on here in just a little bit. Other games around the area, number 2 ranked Rugby is at home against Bottineau tonight. Lakota travels to Benson County. New Rockford Cheyenne's at home against Harvey Wells County. And Dakota Prairie, they're at home tonight against Warwick. That's all for Class B boys. On the girls' side, St. John's at home against Rolette Wolford. Cavalier travels to Thompson. Mayport CG, they're on the road taking on North Border in Pembina this evening. Lakes County Central's at home against Larimore. Midway Minto's at home against Drayton Valley Edinburgh. And Hillsborough Central Valley, they're at home tonight for girls basketball against Hatton Northwood. So pretty much about 15 other games going on around the area for Class B girls and boys basketball. There's also hockey action tonight. Grafton Park River is at home against West Fargo Cheyenne. Grand Forks Central travels to Devil's Lake. And then Bottineau is at home here this evening against Minot. So that's for high school hockey. We did get a copy of the latest coaches polls here for Class B boys basketball. Folens Minnewacan still at number 1, undefeated at 10-0. Rugby number 2. Richland 3. St. John 4. Hatton Northwood 5. Enderlin 6, Hillsborough Central Valley dropped down to 7, Shiloh Christian at 8, Beulah 9, and Langdon area Edmore Munich at 8 and 2 rounds off the top 10. So the 10 spot goes to the Langdon Edmore Munich Cardinals. There's 9 other schools that have received votes for the top 10. Dickinson Trinity, New Rockford Cheyenne, Thompson, New Salem Omit, Bowman County, Kindred, Cavalier, Edgeley, Cole, Montpelier, and Northern Cass all have received votes for the top 10 for Class B boys basketball. For the girls, Kindred sitting at the number 1 spot with a 12-0 record. Langdon Edmore Munich number 2, Kidder County 3, Trenton 4, Grafton 5, Rugby 6, Folens Minnewacan 7, Thompson 8, Carrington 9, and Mulhall Lansford Sherwood rounds off the top 10 here for the latest coaches poll that was released yesterday for Class B girls basketball. Other schools that have received votes for the top 10, Beach, Lytton HMB, Lemoore Litchfield Marion, Northern Cass, and Shiloh Christian have all received votes for the top 10 for the Class B girls coaches poll. So that's what our schedule is looking like here for tonight here across the state, and that's what our coaches poll is looking like here at least as of this week. We want to let you know that the Rolla Bulldogs again are 3-7 overall in their season. They're coming off of losses to Drake Anna Moose 86-71, Langdon Edmore Munich 82-49, and St. John, their last one, losing by a final of 74-57. Their last win was on January 13th against Rolette. 91-72 was the final for the Rolla Bulldogs in that last win against Rolette. For the North Star Bearcats, they're coming into this contest 3-8 overall on their season. The last 4, they defeated Larimore 64-54, Then on a 3-game losing streak, lost to number 2 ranked Rugby 82-41. Lost to Park River Fordville Lincoln in a tight one, 50-48. Just losing by 2 points out in Park River here about a week ago. And then losing to New Rockford Cheyenne, 84-49. The final there in that one. So that's just a recap of the last 2 weeks or so here for those two teams. We're going to have a very, very busy schedule here to come on the radio here for lots and lots of Class B girls and boys basketball games. So we'll take a break here on KNDK 1080. We'll kind of let you know what's going to be coming up on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. We'll have multiple broadcasts here coming your way here on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Again, a doubleheader tonight. Ryan Bachman with you on KNDK 1080 for North Star and Rolla Class B boys basketball. Jake Crulin's out in 4 wins, where 4 wins Minnewacan, the number 1 ranked team in the state, host the number 10 ranked Langdon Edmore Munich Cardinals. Jake has that one over on 95.7 The Rock Farm tonight. We'll take a break. We'll kind of recap what's to come here Thursday, Friday, and Saturday for you on our broadcast schedule. And we'll just get rolling here. We're probably about 10 minutes away before we tip things off here in Can-Do tonight. We do have our KNDK 1080 starting lineup still to come. The national anthem on its way here as well. So we'll take a break, continue our pregame show, let you know what's coming up here for our future broadcast this week. Here when we return to Can-Do in 60 seconds.
Pamper yourself with managed service today. No more struggling with Wi-Fi that doesn't stay connected. Hi, this is Corey from United Communications. Have no fear, your personal Wi-Fi butler is at your service. You'll experience more predictable Wi-Fi performance and speedy resolutions to connectivity issues. No surprise upgrade cost, just $5.99 a month. To learn more or to sign up, call United Communications today, 256-5156.
United and Turtle Mountain Communications, keeping you connected.
Attention farmers, check out the futures market. Call Commodity Broker at Rolla Seed Company at 477-8844. Rolla Seed is your full-service commodity futures broker, serving Munich, Can-Do, Rolla, and Langdon areas. Rolla Seed offers futures, option, hedging, and speculating. Futures trading involves risk and may not be suitable for everyone. Call today at Rolla Seed Company for more details. Also, talk to Chad Leafs about all your seed needs, as he has a full line of proven high-yielding seeds. Rolla Seed, 477-8844.
All right, we want to let you know here that coming up on Thursday night, Jake Coon will be out in Cavalier for boys basketball. Cavalier hosts Drayton Valley Edinburgh with a tip-off just past 7 o'clock. That game will be over on 95.7 The Rock Farm and online at myborderland.com. And coming up on Friday, Jake's going to have these North Star Bearcat boys as they travel to Langdon to take on Langdon Edmore Munich. So more North Star Bearcats action here coming up for you on Friday evening. And we will flip that over to 95.7 The Rock Farm as the Bearcats take on Langdon Edmore Munich out in Langdon. Also on Friday, we'll have more Rolla action as it'll be a doubleheader. We'll be out in Rolla for girls and boys action. We'll start the girls at 6:15 as Rolla takes on Rolette Wolford. The boys will start approximately 7:30, possibly going to be closer to 8 o'clock for the boys. Typically what happens when we have those double headers on a weekday. So the girls at about 6:15, the boys in between 7:30 and 8 o'clock, depending on what time that girls game ends for Rolla and Rolette Wolford on Friday. Then on Saturday, Jake is going to have a double header as the girls and boys, Langdon Edmore Munich, will travel to New Rockford to take on New Rockford Cheyenne. The girls will start at 2, the boys will start at 3:30. That'll be over on 95.7 The Rock Farm. I'll be traveling to Cavalier on Saturday afternoon. Cavalier and North Border girls basketball starting at approximately 1:30 there on Saturday. We'll also have college hockey for you. UND at home against Colorado College right here on KNDK 1080 on Saturday evening with the pregame show with Tim Hennessy starting at 6:30 there on Saturday. So we're looking forward to this game tonight, North Star and Rolla. Also looking forward to the many games to come here for you on our two Simmons multimedia stations, KNDK 1080 and 95.7 The Rock Farm. As we're just a couple of minutes away before we get into our national anthem, we'll give you our KNDK 1080 starting 5 here for both North Star and Rolla here coming up in just a little bit. We'll take a quick break here on KNDK As we continue our pregame show, we're back to the North Star High School Gym in 60 seconds.
Farmers Union Insurance of Rolla. Blaine Moberg is a local Farmers Union insurance agent that provides comprehensive insurance protection for you and your livelihood. Call Blaine Moberg today to talk about the best protection for your life's investments. Farmers Union Insurance of Rolla is simply different. Good luck to the teams. Not all products underwritten by Farmers Union Insurance. Any good coach will tell you it takes teamwork to be successful. And when it comes to heating and cooling your home, you can look to Northern Plains Electric Cooperative. Northern Plains will coach you through the decisions that allow you to heat and cool your home more efficiently and more reasonably. For the best energy strategy, team up with Northern Plains Electric Cooperative. Give them a call at 1-800-882-2500 today. Northern Plains Electric Cooperative, your touchstone energy partner.
All right, both teams just finishing up their warm-up now. We're all ready to go here for our national anthem. So we'll take a break, get into our national anthem, and we'll announce our Candy Cape 1080 starting five, our starting lineups here coming up after our national anthem. We're back here to Candu in 2 minutes here on Candy Cape 1080.
Legacy Cooperative knows that it takes teamwork to lay groundwork for a strong foundation. Being strong and reliable is what Legacy Cooperative strives to be, building a legacy for the future by growing value together. Legacy Cooperative, with locations in Bisbee, Candu, Dunseith, Eglin, Overlea, Perth, Rowlett, Rolla, and Rock Lake. Growing value together.
Lakeview Seed is your local Pioneer seed dealer. Look at Lakeview Seed for corn, canola, beans, and sunflowers for quality seed in the upcoming planting season. For more than 90 years, Pioneer has developed and tested products to meet local challenges. Their leading products are protected by traits and technologies to maximize the genetics and yield potential of Pioneer brand seed. Call Brock Mitchell at 701-550-9996. Check out Pioneer.com for more details.
You can always count on Lever's Foods of Rolla for friendly service, well-stocked shelves, and great value, whether you're at home listening to the game or in the stands. Remember that Lever's Foods in Rolla is always there for you, providing quality and freshness, serving you even better. Shop Lever's Foods, Main Street, Rolla. Check out leversfoods.com for free printable coupons and promotions. Lever's Foods, serving you even better.
Pamper yourself with managed wireless today. No more struggling with Wi-Fi that doesn't stay connected. Hi, this is Corey from United Communications. Have no fear, your personal Wi-Fi butler is at your service. You'll experience more predictable Wi-Fi performance and speedy resolutions to connectivity issues. No surprise upgrade cost, just $5.99 a month. To learn more or to sign up, call United Communications today. 256-5156.
United Communication, keeping you connected.
All right, just had the national anthem here from the North Star High School Band. Ready for our Candy Cape 1080 starting lineups for the visitors on the scoreboard. The Rolla Bulldogs, they'll start at guard. A 5'8 freshman, number 22, Nicholas Mears. Also at guard, a 5'9 sophomore, a 5'9 freshman, number 10, Mitchell Lease. The Bulldogs will start at guard, a 5'9 junior, number 2, Xavier Mitchell. At forward, a 5'10 junior, number 5, Andre Elick. And at forward here for the Bulldogs, a 5'10 sophomore, number 4, Derek Thomas. It's going to be Elick, Mitchell, Thomas, Lease, and Mears, your starting five for the Bulldogs. The Bulldogs are head coached by Chad Lease. For the North Star Bearcats, they'll start at guard, a 5'10 junior, number 11, Tommy Nicolaisen. Also at guard here for the North Star Bearcats, a 6' 8th grader, number 4, Dane Hangler. At forward will be a 6'3 junior, number 13, Hayden Hagler. Forward here for the Bearcats will be a 6'3 junior, number 20, Caleb Spear. And at forward, a 6'3 junior, number 0, Ben Wagenman. Your starting lineup for the North Star Bearcats. The tip is going to be won by the Bulldogs. It's going to be pulled over to Mitchell Lease. He'll move off right side for Xavier Mitchell. He'll kick it outside. for Derek Thomas. Back to Mitchell, back to Thomas. They'll fake a shot, start to drive, dish it back to Mitchell. 15 on the shot clock, puts up a 16-footer. That's off the mark, no good. Wagaman there for the rebound. He'll get it up to Nikolaisen, who drives hard off the right side. Reverses to his left hand off the glass and in for two. Quick bucket for Tommy Nikolaisen after the nice dish from Wagaman. Back the other way, it's Thomas. He'll drive off the left side, go up off the glass and in for two. All tied up at 2, 50 seconds into this contest. Class B boys basketball on KNDK 1080. North Star and Rolla. Pass inside. Is going to be tipped away. Looking for Caleb Spear inside. Still 25 on the shot clock for the Bearcats. Quick dish for three. Here right on the corner is going to be Dane Hagler, the 8th grader, and Hagler knocks it down. Dane Hagler for three. Just right off the inbound. Hagler put it up and in. Drive here again for Thomas. He'll put a 12-foot floater up. No good, but back the other way. It's going to be a steal. Steal for Thomas. He'll keep it himself. Drives hard. His contested layup will go up. No good. Get it back here to the Bearcats. Dane Hagler will bring it up. Hayden Hagler with it. A high pass. That's going to get tipped around and stolen. Thomas with the steal. Going to get it up to Mitchell Lease, and Lease with the wide open layup puts it up and in. Now a violation on the inbound. It looks like that was Caleb Spear that stepped over the line as he was trying to pass it in. Uncontested, just kind of a mental mistake, so that's going to turn it over. Give it back to the Bulldogs. Now with three here for Mitchell. That's a little short off the front iron. Rebound went to Thomas. Was he fouled? Or did he step out of bounds? Yes, he's going to be fouled by Wagaman. Kind of falling out of bounds there. Now another quick foul on the inbound. Going to get Spear on this one. Two quick fouls here for the North Star Bearcats. Bearcats with a 1-point lead. Inbound gets in almost to Mitchell, but it was tipped out of his hands. Hayden Hagler knocked that one away. Bulldogs still with it with a fresh 35. Thomas with it, hands it off to Mitchell, drives and tries to dish it inside when it was tipped away. Thomas with it, now to Lease. He'll start to drive, kind of losing the ball, and a jump ball going to be called a tie-up inside. Just got grabbed onto. It was either going to be a tie-up or a travel because Lease took about 4 steps there. Turnover nonetheless as Nikolaisen will launch a three. That's a little too strong off the back iron, no good. Quickly up the other way is going to be Mears. They'll get it over to Andre Elick. He'll launch a three. That's off the mark, no good. Quickly up here to Spear. He was going to travel and he just kind of lost the ball, so it's stolen away. Mears with it on the far side, a 12-footer. He'll knock that down. Just a couple of mental mistakes here, giving extra chances early here for the Rolla Bulldogs as Nikolaisen has it. Bulldogs take a 1-point lead. Lob pass underneath from Hagler is stolen away. Lees picks it off. He'll move quickly down the court, right to left in front of us. Spins around, puts it up, but he's going to travel. Doesn't like the call, but a travel will turn it over here to the Bearcats. And Spear will check out. Going to be Parker Simon checking in, another 8th grader. So Dane Hagler and Parker Simon, 2 8th graders, out onto the court here for the Bearcats wearing their home white jerseys. Rolla in their away purples as Hayden Hagler makes a move to his right side, tries to just gently touch it in from about 4 feet out, but he's a little short there. Back the other way, a three from Thomas. That's short off the front iron. Simon with the rebound. Dane Hagler with a pass. It's tipped away and stolen. Underneath pass to Lease. He gets partially blocked by Simon. Second attempt is going to roll up and in. So Lease just hung with it. And on the second opportunity, he was able to knock it in. Back the other way. Here for the Bearcats. Nice crossover to his right there was Nikolaisen and finds a cutting Hayden Hagler inside. Nice dish And an assist for Nick Eliason, and Hayden Hagler with the finish. A 1-point game in favor here of the Bulldogs as a contested shot off the left blocks for Mitchell, misses by about a foot. That was well off. Now a quick pass to Dane Hagler as he's going to drive and he's going to get fouled. So Dane should head to the free throw line shooting 2. First attempt for Hagler is up and no good. Dane will get one more attempt. The second attempt is going to miss as well. No good. Mitchell with the rebound. Get it up quickly here into the corner for Thomas. He'll drive the baseline. Gets around a defender but can't quite finish. Got around Simon. They couldn't finish. It's back to the Bearcats. Up top, Dane Hagler will put up a 3 and he knocks it down. Dane Hagler with another 3. Got 2 of them already here in the first quarter. Now an errant pass here from the Bulldogs is going to slip through the fingers of Nicholas Mears. And that'll be a turnover. Give it back to the Bearcats with a 10-8 lead. Nick Eliason will cross the timeline, get it off to Simon here on the near wing. Up top, and some miscommunication. I think Simon thought that Wagaman was going to cut up top, but he wasn't there, and that just goes all the way across the court out of bounds. So some miscommunications on both sides. The Bulldogs will get it back here as Mears will bring it up. Just hands it off to a cutting Lease, who drives hard, puts it up, no good. Wagaman put his hands up there, no foul call. Now a block the other way as Simon's going to get blocked by Nicholas Mears. Last touch by Mears. As Sphere will check back into the game. Wagaman checking out. Inbound from Simon. He'll lob it up, but it's going to be stolen right away by Lease. He is wide open. Layup up and in for 2. He's never had an easier layup there. Lease now with 6 here with 2:45 to play in the first. All tied up here at 10. Nick Eliason with it on the far wing. He'll bounce it inside for Sphere. Makes a strong move to his right. Little hook shot up and in, and he's fouled. So Sphere with a nice move there, and he'll head to the line trying to complete the N1. Second personal for Mitchell as well. Back the other way, it is Mitchell. He'll put up a well-high shot. That's going to be off the mark. Not even close, not even touching the rim on that one as it's back the other way. Sphere with another move off the glass and in for 2. Caleb Sphere with a couple nice buckets the other way. Approaching the 2-minute mark here left in the first quarter. A 5-0 run for the Bulldogs, and now for the Bearcats, and now a travel for the Bulldogs. We'll give the ball right back here to North Star. Both teams with just 2 team fouls. The 2 personals for Xavier Mitchell. Impressive junior for Rolla. Now a steal here for Lease. He just picked that one right off. They'll move it over to Mears. Mears will launch a 3, no good. Just rolled around. Looked like it had a chance to drop in. It's now back the other way. I think Simon's going to bounce it off his foot. The last touched off of North Star, off of Parker Simon, the 8th grader. So give it back to the Bulldogs with 90 seconds to go. Down by 5. Thomas with it. Right side for Mears. He'll keep it himself, splits the D, and then got it picked from behind. Was able to at least tip it back for Lease. Starts to drive, now back Mitchell. He'll put up a 3. Little short off the front end, no good. But the offensive board was pulled down there by Dawson McGillis, and McGillis is going to get fouled. Nicolaisen called on that foul. The first personal for Nicolaisen. Third team foul for the Bearcats. 1:10 to play in the opening quarter. In the near side corner for Lease. He'll go up top as the ball is tipped, so it goes all the way down the court, but the over and back is nullified as it was tipped. Mitchell with it. He'll split the D, kick it into the corner for Lease. Near side wing for Mears. Keep it on the outside with 15 on the shot clock. Up top for Thomas, kind of bobbled it, now picks it back up, starts to drive, and he's going to get fouled. Going to get Dane Hagler on that one. 49 seconds to go in the first quarter. Bearcats with a 5-point lead. Mitchell with the inbound, gets it in clean to Elise. Open look for three, but he traveled. Missed the shot as well. Travel just before the shot. As Hayden Hagler will check back into the game. Dane Hagler will check out. So 48 seconds to go here in the opening quarter. Bearcats with it up top here for Parker Simon. Near side, Nicolaisen wanted the three, now drives the baseline, but just lost possession of it. Might have gotten poked out of his hands, but it was last touched off of Tommy Nicolaisen. No seniors on the Bearcats team, but 6 juniors. Just the one senior, Dawson McGillis, for the Bulldogs. As Mitchell Lease will cut through the paint and find a little space off the right blocks. He goes off the glass and in for two. 18 seconds to go. Hayden Hagler with a lob pass to Spear. Somehow was able to pull that down between 4 defenders. First shot no good. Second shot from Simons no good. 7 seconds to go. Lease has it. Jump stop, puts it up, and he's fouled. Tried to just jump stop around a few defenders. Didn't get much on his shot, but he's fouled with 3 seconds to go. Then Wagaman called on that foul, and Lease will head to the line shooting two. First attempt is up a little strong off the back iron. No good. One more opportunity. That's up and good. Cuts the lead down to just 2. Here for the Bearcats. 2 seconds to go. Pass is going to be tipped and out of bounds, but as the clock hit 0 and as the buzzer sounded. So that's going to do it for our first quarter of play. It's North Star 15, Rolla 13 here on KNDK 1080. A tight one, a 2-point lead for the Bearcats. We'll take a break here on KNDK 1080. Back with our second quarter in a minute.
Attention farmers, check out the futures market. Call commodity broker at Rolla Seed Company at 477-8844. Rolla Seed is your full-service commodity futures broker, serving Munich, Chandu, Rolla, and Langdon areas. Rolla Seed offers futures, option, hedging, and speculating. Futures trading involves risk and may not be suitable for everyone. Call today at Rolla Seed Company for more details. Also, talk to Chad Lease about all your seed needs, as he has a full line of proven high-yielding seeds. Rolla Seed, 477-8844.
Farmers Union Insurance of Rolla. Blaine Moberg is a local Farmers Union insurance agent that provides comprehensive insurance protection for you and your livelihood. Call Blaine Moberg today to talk about the best protection for your life's investments. Farmers Union Insurance of Rolla is simply different. Good luck to the teams. Not all products underwritten by Farmers Union Insurance.
All right, been a good first quarter. Back and forth here. The Bearcats lead by 2, 15-13. Going to have a jersey change here as well, as Dane Hagler had some blood on his jersey. We didn't really see what caused it. He's out on the court right now, so he's going to be okay. Going to change from number 4 to number 14. We're just beginning our second quarter of play. Bulldogs with the arrow, they'll get the ball. Mears with it on the outside, tries to go inside to Matthias Breen, but he gets it stolen away. 2-on-1, Spear keeps it himself off the glass and in for 2. Caleb Spear with 6 points here early. made his presence known here on the inside offensively here for the Bearcats as Breen has it on the outside. Get it to Lease. He'll go all the way across the court here to the corner for Mears up top. Here now for Logan Elick, back to Lease, 13 on the shot clock. Andre Elick's going to have it poked out of his hands. Lease picks it up, cuts through, puts it up and in. Nice job there by Mitchell Lease. Lease now with 11. Big night for him as Sphere started to drive, but in fact he took about 3 steps there, so no doubt travel. Bearcats keep their 2-point lead. As Lease has it on the far side, he'll go up top for Andre Elick. Andre will go right side to Mears, now to Logan Elick up top. Keep it on the outside as Lease has it. He'll try and find some space, spins around, puts up a little runner, and that's going to drop in from about 14 feet out. Lease having a great night. He's made some unorthodox shots as well from different shooting points. His pass inside is going to get tipped around. Sphere finally picks it up. He puts up a odd shot as now it's going to be picked up by Wagaman, and he goes up and in for 2, and he's fouled. It's just kind of almost like a game of hot potato there for 5 seconds or so before finally Wagaman just tipped it in and he was fouled. First bucket of the game for Ben, one of the 6 juniors on the team. So he'll get the 1 attempt. That rattles out, no good. Andre Elick with the rebound here for the Bulldogs. He'll bring it up, get it to Mitchell, takes the shot, starts to drive, gets it knocked out of his hands, and it's going to be last touch by the Bearcats. Still a 2-point ball game. So Andre Elick gets the rebound, or gets the inbound, and he's pretty much immediately fouled by Dane Hagler. That took 2 seconds off the clock. Hagler's second. So keep it to the Bulldogs. Up top for Mears, now outside for Breen. Get it back to Mears, he'll put up a 3. That's short. Off the front iron, no good. Dane Hagler with the rebound, gets it up to Sphere. He'll drive and get blocked. Flying in there was Xavier Mitchell. I think they're both laughing a little bit on the way down the court. It's a big block there for Mitchell. He has it on the near side wing. Fakes the 3, starts to drive, kicks it back. Here for Mears, puts it behind his back and now gets it stolen. Tipped away. Hayden Hagler will go coast to coast, up and in. Hagler now with 4. Now a travel coming up for Mears. Didn't have a defender within 20 feet of him. We honestly didn't even actually see it. We were kind of looking at up the court a little bit, but a travel call nonetheless right in front of the Rolla bench. Give it back to the Bearcats. Wagaman with it. He'll drive the baseline, puts it up, well off the mark, no good. Mitchell with the rebound, races down the court, right to left in front of us. Keeps it himself, and he's going to get fouled. Caleb Sphere going to be called on the foul. I think he thought he might have had a clean block there for a moment. Mitchell head to the line, shooting 2. First attempt for Mitchell is up, no good. Second attempt from Mitchell, that's up, no good. The pass up here is going to be tipped out of bounds. I think a good grab there by Coach Chad Lease here for Rolla. Still 31 on the shot clock for the Bearcats. Up by 4, under 5 minutes to play in the second quarter. 3, no good from Simon, but Hayden Hagler just picked up that air ball and had a reverse layup, put it up with his left hand, and I think the Bulldogs weren't really sure where the ball was, so 2 here for Hagler. Back the other way. Hagler is going to knock it out of the hands of Mitchell Lease. That'll go out of bounds. Keep it to the Bulldogs. Derek Thomas has it. Trying to go inside now to Mitchell, but that's tipped away by Spear. Stolen up to Hagler. Hayden Hagler again up and in for 2. And a timeout going to be called by Coach Chad Lease for the Bulldogs with 4:26 to go here in the first half. It's North Star 25, Rolla 17 here on KNDK 1080. They take a timeout. We will as well. We're back in a minute.
Any good coach will tell you, it takes teamwork to be successful. And when it comes to heating and cooling your home, you can look to Northern Plains Electric Cooperative. Northern Plains will coach you through the decisions that allow you to heat and cool your home more efficiently and more reasonably. For the best energy strategy, team up with Northern Plains Electric Cooperative. Give them a call at 1-800-882-2500 today. Northern Plains Electric Cooperative, your touchstone energy partner.
Legacy Cooperative knows that it takes teamwork to lay groundwork for a strong foundation. Being strong and reliable is what Legacy Cooperative strives to be, building a legacy for the future by growing value together. Legacy Cooperative, with locations in Bisbee, Candu, Dunseith, Eglin, Overlea, Perth, Rowlett, Rolla, and Rock Lake. Growing value together.
All right, just coming out of the Bulldogs timeout now. North Star 25, Rolla 17 here on KNDK 1080. Ryan Bachman with you in Candu tonight. Xavier Mitchell has it on the near side. He'll launch it deep too, and he'll knock it down. Big 19-footer there from Mitchell. First bucket of the night here for the junior. Dane Hagler has it off left side for Tommy Nicolaisen. Getting double teamed. Gets it off the Wagaman and a travel. Another travel. Feels like we've had about a dozen of those tonight. And the ball goes back to the Bulldogs. It's Andre Elick with it. The far corner for Lease. He kind of fell down, has to get rid of it. Gets it back to Andre Elick. Right side here for Derek Thomas. He'll start to drive. Steps back. 14 on the shot clock. Inside for Logan Elick. Now he'll go outside for Thomas, and he puts up the 3 and knocks it down. Derek Thomas for 3. Gets the Bulldogs within 3. Nicolaisen will move it near side. Hayden Hagler with it from the corner. 16-footer. Air ball. No good. Too deep. Mitchell picks it up. Moves it into the corner. Thomas puts up another 3. This one just rolls out. No good. Dane Hagler will bring it up the court in his new uniform. Put on 14 instead of 4. Likely had some blood on there as he drives hard, puts it up and in, and he's fouled. Dane just fighting hard through some traffic inside there for the bucket and the N1 attempt, and that is good. 9 points now for the 8th grader Dane Hagler. Under 3 minutes to play in the half, a 6-point lead for the Bearcats. It's Thomas driving. He's falling down to the ground, and just a great spin on the ball. I swear, he was pretty much in the bleachers by the time that ball finally came back down and went in. What a play there from Thomas, and now Thomas is going to rip it away from Wagaman. Long pass to Lease, and he's going to get fouled. Couple of great plays here from Derek Thomas on both sides of the ball. That steal and dish inside is going to put Mitchell Lease to the free throw line, shooting 2. First attempt up and good. Lease 2 for 3 from the line tonight. One more attempt, that's good. They get 3 for 4. Brought up all of our stats here for our KNDK 1080 halftime show. As Parker Simon has it, he'll move near side for Dane Hagler. It went right through his hands, but he picks it up, puts up a three. No good. Rebound is going to get tipped out of bounds, and it looks like it'll be last touch by the Bearcats, either off of Hayden Hagler or Parker Simon. Bulldogs have gotten themselves within two. Biggest lead of the night, only 6 though. As now Thomas will put up a three, going for the lead. That's no good. Rebound to Andre Elick, over to Logan. Logan will put it up, no good, and the rebound is going to roll out of bounds. So back to a 2-point game. It was 15-13 after the end of the first quarter. 1:50 to play in the half. 28-26 in favor of the Bearcats. Now a three from Dane Hagler, and he knocks down another. Dane's third three of the half. What a big night here for the 8th grader with 1:35 to play. Back to the Bulldogs, and Lease is going to start falling over. And he's going to get called on a travel. Drew Nicholas will check into the ball game now for the Bearcats. 90 seconds to play. Bearcats up by 5. Simon with it. Moves it outside for Nicholas. Right side for Hagler. Inside pass for Wagaman. Connects off the glass and in. Just a nice dish inside there from Dane Hagler. We approach the 1-minute mark of the game. A 7-point lead for the Bearcats. The biggest of the night. Andre Elick with it for the Bulldogs. He'll go off to Mitchell. Kind of was getting cut off on the baseline. Had to force it, and it's stolen. Now a foul. We're back the other way. I think they're going to get Mitchell Lease on this one. And Bearcats should be heading to the free throw line in the bonus, I believe. Well, maybe not. Team fouls for the Bulldogs. Now a blocking foul going to be called here on Mears. And that will send that one's going to send Dane Hagler to the free throw line shooting 2. Okay, we were looking at Bearcats Bulldogs on the scoreboard, so we just saw the B and apparently we're mistaken. Just the 16th foul now for the Bulldogs. The last one was the 5th. This one the 6th as Hagler hits on his first attempt. Dane Hagler with one more, and he's going to drill it. It's on both. He's hit on 3 in a row. Now to a 9-point lead for the Bearcats, 35-26. With 48 seconds to play in the half. Lease will walk it up the court. Here right to left in front of us. Over to Xavier Mitchell. Will stop, find some space, puts it up and in. Hear the crowd maybe hollering for a travel, but we've had plenty of those tonight, but not on this one. 25 seconds to play. Game clock and shot clock are probably about half a second apart. Simon with it, moves it to Nicholas on the near side. Nicholas will drive, kick it right side for Hayden Hagler, drives the baseline, but kind of got stuffed by the rim. 10 seconds to play. Derek Thomas racing down the court. He'll lob it up and in. Now a foul going to be called here on Mitchell Lease. Here with 5 seconds to go, and that should be sending Parker Simon to the free throw line in the bonus. A 1-on-1 opportunity here. His first time to the line tonight. 5 seconds to go in the second quarter. Free throw from Simon, up and no good. That'll roll out. 4 seconds to go. Going to be Andre Elick driving. 1 second, puts it up. No good. And is he fouled? Yes, he was fouled as time expired. So, well, I guess right before time expired. But half of the Bearcats team was walking off the court, so it was that close where either the foul happened after the buzzer or just barely before. So Elick with his first attempt, he's going to hit it, and he'll get one more. Big one here, and he's going to drain both of them. Here with zeros on the clock to end our first half of action. So instead of a 5-point lead for the Bearcats, will be cut down to 3 after those 2 free throws as time was expiring by Andre Elick. So that's going to do it here for our first half of action. What a good game we've had here so far, as the Bearcats have had the lead here pretty much throughout the game, but it's been a tight one here, folks. The biggest lead of the night at 7, down to just 3 right now. It was a 2-point lead after our first quarter. Now a 35-32 lead for the North Star Bearcats on top of the Rolla Bulldogs. Ryan Bachman with you here on KNDK 1080 and online at myborderland.com. Here in Candu tonight. We'll take a break. We'll add up all of our stats. We'll potentially have an update from that Langdon Edmore Munich and Four Winds Minnewacan game going on in Four Winds here tonight. Jake Kuhn with the call of that one over on 95.7 The Rock Farm. So we'll take a break. Halftime show coming up in 2 minutes.
Lakeview Seed is your local Pioneer seed dealer. Look at Lakeview Seed for corn, canola, beans, and sunflowers for quality seed in the upcoming planting season. For more than 90 years, Pioneer has developed and tested products to meet local challenges. Their leading products are protected by traits and technologies to maximize the genetics and yield potential of Pioneer brand seed. Call Brock Mitchell at 701-550-9996. Check out Pioneer.com for more details.
You can always count on Lever's Foods of Rolla for friendly service, well-stocked shelves, and great value, whether you're at home listening to the game or in the stands. Remember that Lever's Foods in Rolla is always there for you, providing quality and freshness, serving you even better. Shop Lever's Foods Main Street Rolla. Check out leversfoods.com for free printable coupons and promotions. Lever's Foods, serving you even better.
Pamper yourself with managed wireless today. No more struggling with Wi-Fi that doesn't stay connected. Hi, this is Corey from United Communications. Have no fear, your personal Wi-Fi butler is at your service. You'll experience more predictable Wi-Fi performance and speedy resolutions to connectivity issues. No surprise upgrade cost, just $5.99 a month. To learn more or to sign up, call United Communications today, 256-5156.
United and Turtle Mountain Communication, keeping you connected.
Attention farmers, check out the futures market. Call Commodity Broker at Rolla Seed Company at 477-8844. Rolla Seed is your full-service commodity futures broker, serving Munich, Candu, Rolla, and Langdon areas. Rolla Seed offers futures, option, hedging, and speculating. Futures trading involves risk and may not be suitable for everyone. Call today at Rolla Seed Company for more details. Also, talk to Chad Leafs about all your seed needs, as he has a full line of proven high-yielding seeds. Rolla Seed, 477-8844.
All right, again, the North Star Bearcats have a 35-32 lead here on top of the Rolla Bulldogs. Ryan Bachman with you on KNDK 1080, online at myborderland.com, and we're being simulcast on the North Star Bearcats basketball YouTube channel, so you can watch tonight's game as well as listen if you search on YouTube North Star Bearcats basketball. We should be live on there with more coverage here for you. For the North Star Bearcats, they were led in scoring by the 8th grader, Dane Hagler. What a good first half for him. 14 points. He had 3 threes. He was 3 for 5 from the three-point line. Hayden Hagler had 6 points. Here is Caleb Spear also with 6. 4 points for Ben Wagaman and 2 points for Tommy Nicolaisen. You're scoring for the North Star Bearcats. For the Rolla Bulldogs, they were led by Mitchell Lease. He had 15 points here in the first half. He was 3 for 4 from the free throw line. He has a game-high 15 points here at halftime. Derek Thomas had a nice first half here as well. He had 9 points for Rolla. 4 points for Xavier Mitchell, all coming in the second quarter. And then 2 points for Andre Elick and 2 points for Nicholas Mears. You're scoring for the Rolla Bulldogs here at halftime. We're still about 5 minutes away before we start our third quarter of play. Again, this is one of 2 games being broadcast for you here on our Simmons Multimedia stations, as Jake Coolin has coverage of Langdon Edmore Munich and Four Winds Minnewacan, the number 10 and the number 1 ranked teams in the state. Langdon Edmore Munich Cardinal action over on 95.7 The Rock Farm tonight. We have a great game here in Candu tonight, as At halftime, the North Star Bearcats have a 35-32 lead on top of the Rolla Bulldogs. We'll take another break here as we continue our halftime show on KNDK 1080. We're back in 2 minutes.
Farmers Union Insurance of Rolla. Blaine Moberg is a local Farmers Union insurance agent that provides comprehensive insurance protection for you and your livelihood. Call Blaine Moberg today to talk about the best protection for your life's investments. Farmers Union Insurance of Rolla is simply different. Good luck to the teams. Not all products underwritten by Farmers Union Insurance. Any good coach will tell you it takes teamwork to be successful. And when it comes to heating and cooling your home, you can look to Northern Plains Electric Cooperative. Northern Plains will coach you through the decisions that allow you to heat and cool your home more efficiently and more reasonably. For the best energy strategy, team up with Northern Plains Electric Cooperative. Give them a call at 1-800-882-2500 today. Northern Plains Electric Cooperative, your touchstone energy partner.
Legacy Cooperative knows that it takes teamwork to lay groundwork for a strong foundation. Being strong and reliable is what Legacy Cooperative strives to be, building a legacy for the future by growing value together. Legacy Cooperative, with locations in Bisbee, Candu, Dunseith, Eglin, Overlea, Perth, Rowlett, Rolla, and Rock Lake. Growing value together.
Lakeview Seed is your local Pioneer seed dealer. Look at Lakeview Seed for corn, canola, beans, and sunflowers for quality seed in the upcoming planting season. For more than 90 years, Pioneer has developed and tested products to meet local challenges. Their leading products are protected by traits and technologies to maximize the genetics and yield potential of Pioneer brand seed. Call Brock Mitchell at 701-550-9996. Check out Pioneer.com for more details.
All right, we do have a score from halftime in that Four Winds Minnewacan Langdon Edmore Munich game. Four Winds Minnewacan leads Langdon Edmore Munich at half 23-19. So tight game over on 95.7 The Rock Farm here this evening as well. Two good games here for you as North Star leads Rolla here tonight 35-32 at half. You can hear the crowd cheering as both teams are just getting back out onto the court here to finish up their warm-ups before we start our third quarter of play. Again, it's been pretty much close from the very beginning as it was a 15-13 lead for North Star after the end of the first quarter, and then extended that lead by a whopping 1 point here after our first half of action. So a 3-point lead for North Star as we'll take one more break and finish up our KNDK 1080 halftime show. Third quarter coming up in 90 seconds.
You can always count on Lever's Foods of Rolla for friendly service, well-stocked shelves, and great value, whether you're at home listening to the game or in the stands. Remember that Lever's Foods in Rolla is always there for you, providing quality and freshness, serving you even better. Shop Lever's Foods Main Street Rolla. Check out leversfoods.com for free printable coupons and promotions. Lever's Foods, serving you even better.
Pamper yourself with managed wireless today. No more struggling with Wi-Fi that doesn't stay connected. Hi, this is Corey from United Communications. Have no fear, your personal Wi-Fi butler is at your service. You'll experience more predictable Wi-Fi performance and speedy resolutions to connectivity issues. No surprise upgrade cost, just $5.99 a month. To learn more or to sign up, call United Communications today, 256-5156.
United and Turtle Mountain Communication, keeping you connected.
Attention farmers, check out the futures market. Call Commodity Broker at Rolla Seed Company at 477-8844. Rolla Seed is your full-service commodity futures broker, serving Munich, Candu, Rolla, and Langdon areas. Rolla Seed offers futures, option, hedging, and speculating. Futures trading involves risk and may not be suitable for everyone. Call today at Rolla Seed Company for more details. Also, talk to Chad Leeds about all your seed needs, as he has a full line of proven high-yielding seeds. Rolla Seed, 477-8844.
All right, right, both teams just about ready before we start our third quarter of play. It's been a fun game here in Canby tonight as the North Star Bearcats have a 35-32 lead on top of the Rolla Bulldogs. Ryan Bachman, glad to be with you here on KNDK 1080 tonight for, well, I guess our second game in a row as we watched the North Star Cavalier girls game last night as the North Star Bearcat girls got a 61-49 victory last night. Here we go with our third quarter of play. It's going to go to Dane Hagler. He'll launch up a quick three. That is going to be an air ball, no good. Rolls out of bounds here as well. So just 15 seconds into the third quarter. Mitchell Liesel jog it up the court here for Rolla. Move it off near side for Mitchell Liesel. Drive cut left, right. Shot might have been partially blocked or just off the mark. Tough to tell. His spear was flying up there. Off the mark nonetheless. Tommy Nicolaisen will take a three. Dish it inside for Wagaman, getting double teamed. Barely gets it off to Spear. They'll put up a 10-foot runner off the glass and in. 8 points now for Caleb Spear. One of the 6 juniors on the roster. Back to the Bulldogs. It's going to be Lease driving hard, but he's going to travel before the shot. And again, we've just had uncharacteristic amount of travels out here tonight for both teams. I feel like we've had a dozen between both of them, and we're just starting the third quarter. Is now a steal. Thomas up to Mears. Wide open layup up and in for 2. Here for the Bulldogs. Mears now with 4. Cuts the lead back down to 3. Where we started this third quarter. Inside pass for Hayden Hagler. He'll lob it back to Wagaman. Wagaman will just kind of give it off to Nicolaisen. Inside pass for Hagler. Spins around. Gets wide open off the left blocks and puts it up and in for 2. Hayden now with 8. Back to a 5-point lead here for the Bearcats as Mears will launch a 3. Little short off the front end, no good. Wagaman will pull down the rebound, get it up to Dane Hagler. Crossing the timeline now, right to left in front of us. Wagaman with it on the far side, and he almost got his pocket picked, was able to come back. Ball still loose as it's going to just go out of bounds, so eventually it is going to be a turnover here as Wagaman hustled back as Xavier Mitchell. It looked like he was going to put that pocket clean and just race down the court for uncontested layup, but able to at least force it out of bounds. Still back to the Bulldogs as Andre Elick finds himself wide open off the right side and puts it up and in for 2. Elick now with 4. Back to that 3-point lead as Wagaman has it right side for Dane Hagler. Who's up top, now the Spear inside for Wagaman. Makes a move to his right off the glass and in. Wagaman now with 6. We approach the 5-minute mark left here in the third quarter. Going to be Thomas launching a deep 3. That's too strong, no good. Hayden Hagler with the rebound. Up to Wagaman on the far wing, up top. For Dane Hagler into the corner. Nicolaisen will watch a 3. That rims around, no good. Second attempt from Dane Hagler is up and in. Dane Hagler, the 8th grader, now with 16. Back to the Bulldogs, another 3 for Thomas, and he knocks that one down. Derek Thomas for 3. His second of the night. 4:25 to play in the third. It's a 4-point lead for the Bearcats. Inside, Wagaman wide open underneath. Snuck away from Mears. He's asking for some help, saying that he thought someone else should have been there too. But Wagaman wide open underneath the basket. Mears with it now. Spins around. Back outside for Mitchell. Now off to Lease. Lease will put up a 3. That's still good. Xavier Mitchell flies in there, bounces it to Elick. He'll go off the glass and in. Andre Elick for 2. Past the halfway mark of the third. Back to a 4-point game. Hayden Hagler with it inside, and Tommy Nicolaisen wasn't looking, so that ball just flew right past him and goes out of bounds. So the ball goes back to the Bulldogs, trying to get their first lead of the night, as it's going to be a 3 from Thomas. That's no good. Just hit on another one of those on the last possession. Bulldogs have not had the lead tonight, but they've really only been down 2 to 4 points for the majority. Now they'll go down 5 as Hayden Hagler gets a nice dish from Nicolaisen, and Hagler with the wide open finish. And we're going to get a timeout here on the court from Coach Jesse Vogt with 3:14 to go here in the third quarter. It's North Star 47, Rolla 41 here on KNDK 1080. We're back in 30 seconds.
Farmers Union Insurance of Rolla. Blaine Moberg is a local Farmers Union insurance agent that provides comprehensive insurance protection for you and your livelihood. Call Blaine Moberg today to talk about the best protection for your life's investments. Farmers Union Insurance of Rolla is simply different. Good luck to the teams. Not all products underwritten by Farmers Union Insurance.
All right, again, a North Star Bearcats timeout. A 6-point lead for the Bearcats. Biggest lead of the night has been 7. But again, the majority of this game has been a 2 to 4 point lead for North Star. Lots of basketball still to come with 3:14 to play in the third. Bulldogs with the rock. Lease is going to walk it up the court, left to right, crossing the timeline now, move it near side for Mitchell. He'll drive left, stop, 16-footer is up, just kicks out. Barely rattles out, no good. Back the other way. Nicolaisen will start to drive, then back off. Gives it off to Dane Hagler. Right side for Parker Simon, a couple of 8th graders. Dane Hagler back with it inside for Sphere. He starts getting tripped up, and he's going to get fouled. I think that's going to be our first foul of the half with 2:45 to play in the third. Going to get that on Derek Thomas as a quick inbound to Sphere underneath, puts it up, that rolls out, no good. Hayden Hagler with the offensive board. Keeps the possession, near side for Nicolaisen. He'll watch a 3. That rolls out, no good, and a foul. So I think they're going to call it on Nicholas Mears underneath. So Mears with his second. Team second as well. Inside pass, just a lob again to Sphere. He'll put up another one, no good. Mitchell with the rebound. He's going to race all the way down the court, put it up. Layup is in. Xavier Mitchell just showing off that speed that we saw all season long in football. You're playing for North Prairie. Very talented athlete. Now back the other way. It's Parker Simon driving the baseline. He'll go up and in. Look at a 6-point lead here for the Bearcats. As Derek Thomas will try to kick it out. Xavier Mitchell fakes the 3, starts to move to his left, and an offensive foul away from the ball as Dane Hagler kind of went forward to the court, and they're going to call it on Derek Thomas. So 1:50 to play here in the third quarter as Nicolaisen has it. He's going to travel. Again, there's just been an insane amount of travels here in tonight's game. Seems like every third possession we're getting a travel. As Mitchell has it on the near side. He'll work his way up top, finds Thomas on the far wing for a 3. That's going to go no good. A little short off the front iron. As Dane Hagler will bring it up the court, moving near side for Parker Simon. Up top for Hayden Hagler, over to Dane on the far side. Up top, Nicolaisen thought about the 3, now pulls it down. 18 on the shot clock. Sphere makes a move off to his right, floats it up, no good. Back to the Bulldogs. It's Lease with it. Now outside. Mitchell's going to try a three. That just kicks out, no go. The Sphere picks up the rebound and he'll bring it up the court. Move it near side for Nikolaisen. Now underneath for Sphere, but he gets it poked out. Poked out and stolen. Lease brings it down the court, puts it up and in, and he's fouled. He's just racing down the court, protecting the ball. Had it pretty much outstretched as far as he could go before floating that up. And he's going to take the foul. Lease was 17 here tonight. He's 3 for 4 from the free throw line. Dawson McGillis will check back in. One attempt here from Lease, and he hits it. Got that lead down to 4. I think that's Ben Wagaman. Yeah, he changed jerseys too. He went from the Jim Otto 0 to 23, so I'm wondering if he maybe had some blood on him as well, as that was what happened with Dane Hagler. Hagler originally 4, now 14. There's a steal here, now back the other way. 16-footer from the corner, no good here from Mears. Wagaman started with the number 0 and now wearing 23. We don't think it's a fashion choice. We think that maybe just had some blood and got it on the jersey. But here we go, end of the third quarter. 6 seconds to play. Nikolaisen kicks it out, and he is going to get fouled with 4 seconds to go. Nicholas Mears called on that one. The 4th team foul on the Bulldogs. So 4.4 seconds to go. Wagaman with the inbound. Goes deep for Sphere. High pass for Hagler. Has to put it up with 1 second left, and he gets it to fall. Perfectly executed as time was expiring here in the third quarter. That's going to do it for our third quarter of play. As North Star has a 51-46 lead on top of the Rolla Bulldogs. Here we'll get into our fourth quarter coming up in a minute.
Any good coach will tell you, it takes teamwork to be successful. And when it comes to heating and cooling your home, you can look to Northern Plains Electric Cooperative. Northern Plains will coach you through the decisions that allow you to heat and cool your home more efficiently and more reasonably. For the best energy strategy, team up with Northern Plains Electric Cooperative. Give them a call at 1-800-882-2500 today. Northern Plains Electric Cooperative, your touchstone energy partner.
Legacy Cooperative knows that it takes teamwork to lay groundwork for a strong foundation. Being strong and reliable is what Legacy Cooperative strives to be, building a legacy for the future by growing value together. Legacy Cooperative, with locations in Bisbee, Candu, Dunseith, Eglin, Overlea, Perth, Rowlett, Rolla, and Rock Lake. Growing value together.
Bulldogs down by 5. We'll start with the ball to start the fourth quarter of play. Down by 5. The biggest lead of the night for the Bearcats has been 7. The Bulldogs have not had a lead here tonight. But still lots of basketball left, and we've been just back and forth here all game long. As Lease will drive hard, puts it up, no good, fight for the rebound. Hagler falls down. Is it going to be a foul or a travel? It's going to be a foul. We'll get Mitchell Lease on that one. I don't think Chad Lease was very happy about that one. That's going to be Mitchell's 3rd, and the team's 5th. Just starting our fourth quarter. Wagaman with it. He'll lob it inside for Hayden Hagler through the double team, but he's going to get blocked. Combination of Dawson McGillis and Xavier Mitchell there. It was last touch off of Hagler too. Give it back for the Bulldogs here as Mitchell has it up top. He'll toss over to McGillis. He'll launch a high arcing 3. It'll be short off the front iron. No good. Back to the Bearcats. Near side for Parker Simon. Looks inside for Hayden Hagler. Doesn't like it there. He gives it to Spear. He'll put up a 19-footer. That's short. Off the front iron. Fast break the other way for Mitchell. He'll drive hard. Put it up and in. And he's fouled. He'll be fouled by Caleb Spear. That's the third personal for Spear. It's the second team foul for the Bearcats. 3-point game with Xavier Mitchell to the line for the one free throw attempt, and that's up and good. Xavier Mitchell now with 9. Cuts the lead down to just 2. So early in the fourth here now as well as Parker Simon drives the baseline and goes off the glass and in. This has really just been the storyline here from pretty much the last 3 quarters. Is gets within 2 and then turns it within 4, and now a shot here from Derek Thomas is going to airball and go out of bounds. Really has just been as consistent as can be. We've had just a tight game throughout, but the Bulldogs can't quite tie it up or take the lead. As now it's going to be Hayden Hagler from 16. That's no good. Mears with the rebound, bounces it inside, a loose ball. We'll get a tie up here with Nicolaisen and Thomas, and the possession arrow will go in favor of the North Star Bearcats as Mitchell Reese will check back into the game. Andre Elick will check out. Nicolaisen with it on the near wing with 6 minutes to play. Spear with it at the free throw line. Trying to lob it up, but it's tipped. Tipped by Mitchell. He'll take it all the way up. Layup up and in. Mitchell with the steal. Mitchell with the layup. Got a pass there from Logan Elick on the assist. Back to a 2-point game as Spear goes off the glass and in to answer again. Caleb Spear now with 10. Logan Elick into the corner for Dawson McGillis. Moves off to his right. Mitchell Lease crosses over to his right, starts to stumble, gets it off. Here to Thomas. He'll float it up, get some spin off the backboard, and again somehow get that one to drop in. He's had a couple of highlight reel free throws here, as now is picking it off is Mitchell. Trying to tie it up, puts it up and in! Big run here for the Bulldogs. And a chance at the lead here, I believe. Yeah, it took a little bit for him to put the 2 points on the scoreboard, but we're all tied up here at 55. They just had to hear us saying that it's been going back and forth for quite some time, and now the Bulldogs with a chance at the lead, and they take it. Mitchell hits on his free throw and gets the Bulldogs their first lead of the night, 56-55. With 5:11 to play here in the final quarter of regulation. What a game we've had here tonight. Nicolaisen will drive, gets it poked out of his hands. It'll be last touch by Rolla. Still 26 on the shot clock. Inbound, gets in cleanly to Dane Hagler in the corner. As the work to his right, goes underneath for Wagaman, spins, puts one up from 6 feet out, and he knocks it down. Wagaman and Spear connection underneath has been the big part of this offense, as Thomas will put up a 3, and it'll bounce off the front iron and then hit the top of the backboard, so that's out of bounds. The Bearcats will take it back. Bearcats take back the lead here just a couple of seconds ago here as well. After that shot from Wagaman, 57-56, and Coach Bolt wants a timeout. With 4:45 to play in the fourth quarter, it's North Star 57, Rolla 56. They take a timeout, we will as well. We're back in 30.
Lakeview Seed is your local Pioneer seed dealer. Look at Lakeview Seed for corn, canola, beans, and sunflowers for quality seed in the upcoming planting season. For more than 90 years, Pioneer has developed and tested products to meet local challenges. Their leading products are protected by traits and technologies to maximize the genetics and yield potential of Pioneer brand seed. Call Brock Mitchell at 701-550-9996. Check out Pioneer.com for more details.
We do have an updated score after 3 quarters of play. Forward's Minnewacan leads Langdon Edmore Munich 44-35. Bearcats with the ball up by a point. Get past the press. Dane Hagler drives, puts it up, and that's going to roll out. No good. Second attempt from Hayden Hagler's no good, but a foul. Let's see who this foul is going to be on. Looks like going to be on Xavier Mitchell. I think they're going to say after the shot there from Dane Hagler, so going for the rebound on the Hagler shot, and now a quick inbound to Dane Hagler. They'll put up a 3, rolls out, no good, Wagaman there, and the putback is in. Up to a 3-point lead for the Bearcats. Mitchell will drive, he'll put it up, and he's going to get fouled. So Xavier Mitchell back to the line shooting 2. 2 for 4 from the line here so far tonight. 4:18 to play in the fourth quarter. Bulldogs down 3. First attempt from Mitchell is good. One more attempt here from Mitchell. Second attempt is good. He's hit on 4 in a row here from the free throw line. 10 points in the fourth quarter alone for Xavier Mitchell. Cuts the lead for the Bearcats down to just a point. Close to the halfway mark of the fourth quarter as Nicolaisen will lob it underneath for Hagler. Ran out of space though, put it underneath the backboard. McGillis back the other way, goes coast to coast. He can't get it to drop. Dane Hagler will get around Thomas and move it near side for Nicolaisen. 3:45 to play in the fourth. Dane Hagler will take it, drive, and he is going to get fouled. So Dane will shoot 2. Dawson McGillis called on that one, his first. That is the 17th foul, though. It was a shooting foul, so Hagler will shoot 2. He'll miss his first. But any foul from here on will result in some free throws here for the Bearcats. Second attempt from Hagler. That's no good. Misses on both. Simon right there for the offensive board, though, and the putback is in. Big one there, and that just looked like some miscommunication as Simon was wide open to pluck out that rebound. Now a 3 if Mears just rattles out. Would have tied it up. Back the other way. Long pass for Nicolaisen. And he's going to get a charge. A charge as Derek Thomas held his ground. So Nicolaisen called on the charge. Big play there from Thomas in a 3-point game. 3:20 to play. Bulldogs with the ball. Down by 3. Xavier Mitchell with it. He'll drive. Kicks it out for Mitchell Lease for the tie for 3. Knocks it down. Mitchell Lease for 3. A timeout here on the court here for Coach Chad Lease. Here for the Rolla Bulldogs. We are all tied up here at 61. Here North Star and Rolla on Candy K1080. They take a timeout. We will as well. Back to you in 30 seconds here in Can-Do.
You can always count on Lever's Foods of Rolla for friendly service, well-stocked shelves, and great value, whether you're at home listening to the game or in the stands. Remember that Lever's Foods in Rolla is always there for you, providing quality and freshness, serving you even better. Shop Lever's Foods Main Street Rolla. Check out leversfoods.com for free printable coupons and promotions. Lever's Foods, serving you even better. Lever's Foods.
All right, just coming out of the timeout now. 3 minutes to play here in the fourth quarter. All tied up at 61. North Star with the ball. Wagaman with it up top for Hagler. Hayden goes to Dane on the right side. Up top for Nicolaisen. Thought about the three. Now pulls it down. 20 on the shot clock. In the corner here for Spear and tries to go back to Nicolaisen. Almost picked off by Lease. Down to Spear. He'll put up an 18-footer. That's no good. Second attempt from Hagler is up and in. Hayden Hagler with the putback. And the foul. So Hagler will head to the free throw line. Trying to extend the lead. Free throw from Hagler. Up and in. 3-point lead for the Bearcats. 2.5 to play. Andre Elick, left side for Mears, in the corner for Derek Thomas. He's hit a couple of threes tonight. Moves it back to Mitchell Lees. He hit a three not that long ago. Crosses over to his left. Jumps to his left again. Puts up a shot. No good. Back to the Bearcats. Up by 3. Dane Hagler setting up the offense as he'll move into the corner for Wagaman. Back to Dane. Inside lob for Hayden. Not no good. Under 2 minutes to play. Xavier Mitchell races down the court. Stumbled down but got the ball off. Thomas for 3. That's no go. 1:45 to play here in regulation. A 3-point game, and the Bearcats coach, Jesse Vogt, wants a timeout. With 1:40 to play in the fourth, it's North Star 64, Rolla 61 here on KDK 1080. We're back in 30 seconds.
Pamper yourself with Managed Wireless today. No more struggling with Wi-Fi that doesn't stay connected. Hi, this is Corey from United Communications. Have no fear, your personal Wi-Fi butler is at your service. You'll experience more predictable Wi-Fi performance and speedy resolutions to connectivity issues. No surprise upgrade cost, just $5.99 a month. To learn more or to sign up, call United Communications today. 256-5156.
United and Turtle Mountain Communication, keeping you connected.
So a 3-point game. Both teams looking for their fourth win on the season. The North Star Bearcats have a 64-61 lead on top of the Rolla Bulldogs with just under 2 minutes to play here in this one. 1 minute and 40 seconds left. At least in regulation, this game's been so close and so back and forth it wouldn't shock me if we somehow went to overtime, but here we go. Bearcats with it, over the timeout up top for Dane Hagler. Moves off into the corner, the far corner for Wagaman, inside for Spear. He puts it up, no good. Hayden Hagler flies in there. Second opportunity, no good. Spear there for the third opportunity, and he drains it. Caleb Spear coming up big, making a 5-point lead for the Bearcats. 1:15 to play. Thomas with it. He'll drive off to his right, kick it outside for Mears. Moves up left side, puts up a high shot. High off the glass, and that's no good. 1 minute to play. A 5-point lead as Spear has it in the corner. Bearcats, a Bulldog foul would lead to free throws here for the Bearcats. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Dane Hagler inside to Hayden. Moves it to Spear. Gets tipped. Wagaman from 10 feet out. That's no good. Spear with the second attempt, and he's fouled. Derek Thomas going to be called on that one. First time to the line tonight for Caleb Spear, and he's going to hit on his first. He's had a nice game here for the Bearcats. Extends the lead to 6. Second attempt. That's no good, too strong. Mitchell with it, with some speed. High pass. Going to fly into the stands. Had a couple of fans that had to make some quick reactions, and I think a couple older guys talking about how they they would have dunked that one if they would have caught it. But 28 seconds to go. Ball's going to get tipped out of bounds here from Derek Thomas. And now Coach Lease wants a timeout with 27 seconds to play. Still a shot here. Bearcats up 67-61. A 6-point lead. They take a timeout. We will as well here on KNDK 1080. Actually, it's a 30-second timeout. We're going to keep it right here, actually, Nick, back at the studio. Because, again, this has been a tight game throughout. It was a 2-point lead for the Bearcats after the first quarter, a 3-point lead at halftime, a 5-point lead here after the end of the third, and now a 6-point lead. Just under 30 seconds to play. What a fun game here to watch, and it is not over yet. Wagaman with the inbound. The Bulldogs need a steal. Quick foul here going to be called. Lease was going for the steal. Took just 2 seconds off the clock. That'll be his fourth. And that's going to put the Bearcats into the double bonus. So Dane Hagler will head to the line shooting two. His first attempt is good. Some insurance points here with 25 seconds to play. Stick around for the conclusion of this one. We'll get into our KNDK 1080 halftime post-game show, of course, as Hagler hits on his second. So Hagler hits on both. Two big free throws with 25 seconds left, and now Coach Jesse Vogt wants a timeout. Here for North Star, his team with an 8-point lead, and again, we'll keep it right here on KNDK 1080 and online at myborderland.com. We also want to say hello once again to our online listeners and viewers on YouTube. You can watch and listen to this broadcast to the final portion of it anyway. Just search North Star Bearcats basketball on YouTube. 25 seconds to play. 8-point lead for the Bearcats. Mitchell will bring it up. He'll put it into the corner. Open look for Lease for three. No good though as Hagler picks up the rebound and he's going to get fouled. That's Hayden Hagler. Hayden the junior, Dane the 8th grader. So the fourth personal on Mitchell will send Hayden Hagler to the line in the double bonus shooting two. First attempt, no good. So one more for Hayden. Second attempt is good. So hits on 1 of 2. Then we'll get into our post-game show and at our KNDK 1080 players of the game as Mitchell Lease with it, and he's going to get fouled. Be the 16th foul. So no bonus opportunities. Fourth personal on Tommy Nicolaisen. Inbound into the corner for Lease. Puts up a three, and that's going to be off the backboard. No good. 5 seconds to play as Dane Hagler has it. And that is going to do it for our game tonight. The North Star Bearcats get the victory, 70-61, our final here in this one tonight. We'll add up our stats. We'll hand out our KNDK 1080 players of the game. Get you one for North Star and for Rolla here coming up in 60 seconds.
Attention farmers, check out the futures market. Call commodity broker at Rolla Seed Company at 477-8844. Rolla Seed is your full-service commodity futures broker, serving Munich, Chandu, Rolla, and Langdon areas. Rolla Seed offers futures, option, hedging, and speculating. Futures trading involves risk and may not be suitable for everyone. Call today at Rolla Seed Company for more details. Also, talk to Chad Lease about all your seed needs, as he has a full line of proven high-yielding seeds. Rolla Seed, 477-8844.
Farmers Union Insurance of Rolla. Blaine Moberg is a local Farmers Union insurance agent that provides comprehensive insurance protection for you and your livelihood. Call Blaine Moberg today to talk about the best protection for your life's investments. Farmers Union Insurance of Rolla is simply different. Good luck to the teams. Not all products underwritten by Farmers Union Insurance.
All right, here we go into our KNDK 1080 post-game show. Ryan Bachman with you here from the North Star High School Gym in Candu, where we just saw the North Star Bearcats defeat the Rolla Bulldogs 70-61. Our final here in this one. For the North Star Bearcats, they were led in scoring by Dane Hagler. Dane had 18 total points here in this one for the Bearcats, just an 8th grader, and a great performance here for the 8th grader tonight, putting up 18 against Rolla. 16 for Hayden Hagler, 13 for Caleb Spear, 12 points for Ben Wagaman, had 6 points for another 8th grader, Parker Simon, and then 2 points for Tommy Nicolaisen. Here you're scoring for the North Star Bearcats. For the Rolla Bulldogs, they were led by Mitchell Lease. He had 21 points tonight, a big game for Mitchell Lease. 16 points for Xavier Mitchell here for the Rolla Bulldogs. 14 for Derek Thomas. He had a nice game here as well. 6 points for Andre Elick and 4 for Nicholas Mears here in this one for the Rolla Bulldogs. So again, the North Star Bearcats defeat the Rolla Bulldogs 70-61 the final. So the Bearcats end a 3-game losing streak, bump their record up to 4-8 overall. The Rolla Bulldogs will drop to 3-8 here on the season thus far. Well, one more order of business here, folks. We have our KDK 1080 players of the game, and how about it for the North Star Bearcats? We're going to go with the 8th grader, Dane Hagler, who showed ice in his veins late in the game here with a couple of big free throws in the 4th quarter to put it away. He had 18 total points here for the Bearcats. Dane Hagler is your KDK 1080 player of the game for the North Star Bearcats. For Rolla, we're going to go with Mitchell Lease. Had a good game here, putting up 21, leading the charge that way. And then a couple of nice steals defensively for the Bulldogs as well. He was 4 for 5 from the free throw line and a big 3 to kind of keep the Bulldogs in it late here in the 4th quarter as well. Mitchell Lease is your KDK 1080 player of the game here for the Rolla Bulldogs. Well, we did just get a final actually, so I guess one more final here for you as Four Winds Minnewacan. That was a good game over on 95.7. The Rock Farm tonight as well defeats Langdon Edmore Munich 55-51. Four Winds Minnewacan with a 4-point victory. The number 1 team in the state versus the number 10 team in the state. A 4-point victory for the Four Winds Minnewacan Indians out in Four Winds here tonight. Well, that's going to do it for our broadcast here from Candu this evening. One more time, the North Star Bearcats defeat the Rolla Bulldogs 70-61. Our final here tonight. For KNDK 1080 and myborderland.com, I'm Ryan Bachman saying have a great rest of your Tuesday evening, everyone.